Folks, battery's okay, storage is okay. Only question is if this thing goes through. If it doesn't go through, then I'll figure out a way to break it down and just show you the best bits. But I'm going to attempt to film the entire thing. I'm still on the Rocky thing, mate. You know what I mean? The Drago fight is obviously crazy because, like, he was a machine. But the fight with Creed and Rocky 2 is arguably as good, man. Creed was like still in his prime here, he had something to prove more than ever. The first fight, you remember, Rocky surprised him and went the distance. Creed got the decision, but he knew Rocky was a fucking lunatic. But then he started getting a lot of hate saying, "Oh mate, how do you fucking let a bum like that last 15 rounds?" and accused him of fixing the fight and shit. Just for those of you that don't know the Rocky story. So now he's dying for a rematch. He's trying to embarrass Rocky for the whole movie to sort of bring him out and all that. I'll show a bit more of Rocky 2 because this might be the best. This joint with Rocky 1, I think. Do you know what? It's the most underrated sequel ever. In terms of, no one talks about it. I'm not saying it's better than the first one, but it's one of the best part 2s in history, mate. And it's not really talked about in that way, man. They talk about Empire Strikes Back and The Godfather 2, and they ain't wrong. Sheen Lang. This shit's up there. Hopefully I'll get the whole thing, mate. Don't forget, Creed is a stage 5 cancer this time, mate. He wants to prove it was a fluke. He wants to destroy Rocky within 3 rounds. But deep down, he doesn't know, mate. He really doesn't know if he can do it because he knows he couldn't stop him last time. And it's in his head, mate, the psychological shit that Rocky is a fucking beast. But I think Apollo just thought he got lucky, and this time I ain't taking no fucking chances.
He'll be recreating some classic heroes.
And Rocky takes arguably a bigger hiding in this fight than he did against Drago. Because, like I say, Apollo just hits him with the 1-2s viciously for fucking 15 rounds, batters him. The Drago fight was pretty fucking close on the cards, even though Drago won, but Creed won every round, I think, apart from maybe one, and then got knocked out in the last round. It's not showing the whole thing, but this is basically from when it kicks off. The first 2 rounds, Creed dominated Rocky in the first, as usual. By the end of the second, Rocky starts to fight back, and it becomes a fight. So now this is where the war is on, mate. This is where it really starts kicking in. I wanted the whole thing, but this is all we got. Rocky's trained hard for this fight and he's improved in his boxing, but Creed is a fucking genius, man. Like, he is the best of all time in the world that Rocky exists. Rocky hits him with a naughty body shot in a minute, man. Fucking hell, I don't know how it didn't break his fucking ribs. Oh, stomach. Oh, right. right on the fucking ribs, mate. They are hard punches. And I have to say again, people forget, Apollo went down twice in both fights. One from the first punch Rocky threw in the first round of fight one, and second at the end of the 15th, mate. And Rocky hits like a fucking truck. So let's say Apollo Creed, no steroids, is a fucking monster.
What's on Apollo Creed's mind right now? He's lost his first round.
So that's the thing. If Rocky is the toughest motherfucker of all time and got the most heart, then Apollo Creed has also been the most skillful boxer of all time. He's got the second most fucking heart because the kid is a fucking man. He's a fucking lunatic. The cunt. Oh, it's the eye. Don't forget, he weren't supposed to fight because his left eye is fucked. I'll play some deep, powerful scenes from this movie, right? There's some amazing scenes. It's all about Rocky 2 now, folks. I'm on my addiction today is Rocky 2. Oh, mate, let's rewind that a bit. Rocky was getting badly hurt there, man.
Hands up! Stick and move! Making your arm inside that stick and move! Keep your hands up!
Oh, dear. That was a perfect left hook. Not that left hook, that's an excellent left hook. Ah, there's no need for that, Apollo. There's just no need for it, mate. Apollo's a killer though, mate. He's not trying to kill him, but he is trying to hurt him, mate. He is trying to knock him the fuck out. Yeah, this was Rocky's toughest fight. Probably was tougher than Drago. And Rocky was in his prime here as well. So, mate, I'm shit you not. The closest you'll see to this in real life is Mickey Ward versus Arturo Gatti, or Barrera versus Morales 1. You watch them two, mate, without the sound effects, it's